It's with great pain that I must announce you were devoured by clowns. Goes back to the beginning of this choose your own adventure novel. Turn to page 14 to climb into the clown's jaws. Turn to page 6 to turn around and walk away. Turns to page 6. It's with great pain that I must announce you were devoured by clowns. Turns to page 14. It's with great pain that I must announce you were devoured by clowns. Throws down my copy of Choose Your Own Devoured by Clowns adventure and leaves the library. Dumb headcanon. Digo Hargreaves is basically the Tony Hawk of the tour world in that he keeps getting almost or kind of recognized as that former child superhero. Just cashier. Hargreaves. Huh, like those umbrella kids. I wonder what they're doing now. Digo. Just trying to buy dish soap. They don't recognize him until he takes out a knife. Is everyone here aware that when you die, you have the option to be cremated and turned into a vinyl record full of your favorite music? I'm not going to join the Black Parade. I'm going to become the Black Parade. Your memory will carry on. I just screamed holy sh. Guess who's getting cremated and turned into a vinyl of the Booty song? What's gender? Ghost type Pokemon. He's purple and fat. This was where the post should have ended. This was an amazing reply. But theater kids just had to get in the reblogs and be annoying. No, that's garlic. No, that's Gemini. Complaining about theater kids on Tumblr is like complaining about rats in New York City. Unlike New York City rats, theater kids contribute nothing to the ecosystem. They contribute approximately all the posts on this web zone. They're just ashamed they were theater kids and not a big PP theater chad like me who did acting and tech stuff. Could I bring my cat girlfriend into this not pet friendly apartment? I think the real question is, should you? I just think outdoor cat girls are better. Oh my god, how many times do we have to have this discussion? There is no such thing as an outdoor cat girls. Outdoor cat girls are a danger to both themselves and the environment. They have significantly shorter lifespans and disturb the ecosystem. If your cat girl wants to go outside, accompany her, hold her hand, or better yet let her ride piggyback. But do not let her go outside alone. My friend let her cat girl go outside unaccompanied once, and she disturbed a magical girl battle, throwing off the balance of the universe. Please, do not let your cat girl outside. Excuse me, magical girls are an invasive species, and only free hunting by cat girls controls their population at all. Listen, introducing an apex species like cat girls into the environment to take care of an invasive species never works, because it always results in them ignoring what we intend for them to hunt. Magical girls, in favor of easier, more accessible endemic species, self-insert harem protagonists. Like God, we saw that enough when they tried introducing rival antagonists to take care of the invasive shoujo protagonist population in Australia, and they just wound up going after completely different species entirely. Side ponytail moms in an environment with no natural predators. You're really gotta do some more research into the history of introducing invasive anim species into your environments, and keep your cat girls indoors, where they're safer and unable to cause environmental harm. In elementary school, a deaf girl stole my ice cream, and I signed to her to give it back, and she closed her eyes. I don't know why I laughed so hard at this. I do not see it. I'm f***ing in Luigi's mansion. Who? Some Italian freak. Oh, you meant who am I f***ing? Your mom. No Earth spoilers please. I'm only up to the Cambrian explosion. I'm really loving these new dinosaur characters. I hope they stick around a while. Oh, F off. Till, the word loot came from Hindi and Sanskrit on India during colonial times until England adopted it into the English language. Cause looted a word, can't hash around Anglers. A human getting pissed at their vampire boyfriend, so they put in a silver sterling tongue stud and bracelets and earrings, and their vampire boyfriend is just standing 5 feet away like, babe, come on. Hatch, what are we having tonight? Italian. Talk to me. Best so far. Or, babe. Come on. That's low. Tell professional clowns who want to patent their look can paint their likeness on an egg and have them stored in the Clown Gallery in East London. This egg registry acts as an informal copyright that protects a clown from having their look stolen by a copycat. Tiny glimpse into the topsy-turvy world of clown society. Just before we leave, Stone asks us whether we know what's in a large black case that's been sitting portentously to one side on a table throughout our conversation. We don't, of course. He opens it to reveal 40 or so of the original stand-bolt painted clown eggs. He arranges the 70-year-old chicken eggs on the dining table. We see renowned circus performers of the early 20th century like Sir Robert Fawcett, Paul Fratellini, Len Spider Austin, and Lulu Craston. Stone acquired them, not cheaply, from a private collector last year, long after most clowns had written them off as lost or destroyed. As he carefully unwraps the eggs, fragile with age but remarkably preserved, he explains that we are now among a privileged handful of people who have viewed these artifacts over the last half century. Although he has no current plans to display them publicly, they remain an important part of the larger Clown Egg Registry project. Outright copying can get you a black eye in the clown community. If you think your mom overreacts, just remember, once my mom cancelled our trip to New York because I refused to eat the meatloaf she made. My mom accused me of selling my birth certificate and social security to the black market when she couldn't find them. You win. I'm quitting college to be a point-and-click adventure game protagonist. I'm going to walk around saying smart aleck remarks about my immediate surroundings to absolutely no one. Gonna poke everything with all the items I have in my pockets to see what I say for every combination. Gonna walk up to a door, not touch it, and say it's locked to absolutely no one. You probably never seen this show. If you haven't, this was one of my childhood favorites. It was called Lan, and it aired in 2007. This show taught me a bit of Chinese growing up, and the theme song is a bop, and I remember it very clearly. I hate how on Tumblr, a username like IISA486 is almost certainly a porn bot, while someone named Solid Snakes Asheiks is almost certainly a real person. Solid Snakes Asheiks. I could be a porn bot if I wanted to. I'm literally in love with the fact I get to see how my little cousins interact even with a language barrier. On my mom's side, I have a 3-year-old little cousin who only speaks French, and on my dad's side, I have a 2-year-old cousin who only speaks Spanish. When they play together, it is so funny to see them blabber on and on to each other until one of them hears a word that sounds familiar, and then they just repeat that word and nod like they are totally connecting. Like, today the one that speaks Spanish said, "Venga a pon los pantalones en la muñeca," and the other heard pantalones and was just like, "OUI, pantalon." They're best friends, and it's the cutest and funniest thing I've ever seen. Do not answer because the sex was terrible. Hey. The trauma made you kind. F that. No. I'm kind because I cannot allow anyone to go through what I did. I'm soft because I chose to be. Trauma made me scared, angry, and vulnerable. I made myself kind. No homo? Why not? We're out of stock. We're expecting another shipment in about a week. In the meantime, enjoy our other products, such as bananas, pancakes, aromatic, ace case, and our gender line, trans pants, non-binary code, and gender fluid drinks. Thank you for shopping at Queer4You. You'll had absolutely no business making my post this fking funny. It is our honor. In an alternate universe, J.R.R. Tolkien fell in love with classical Nahuatl Mohawk instead of Finnish and Welsh, and now Conlangers think polysynthetic Conlangs are boring and overdone, and every unoriginal fantasy knockoff has characters with meaningless stereotypical Elvish names like Uchalotl and Rakenhatazk. I just watched The Blob for the first time, and not to spoil it, but cold is the only way to stop it, so they ship it to the Arctic. And these old B movies get a lot of flack for not actually being scary, but the last line of the film was that the blob can't be killed, but at least it's stopped, so long as the Arctic stays frozen. And lem tell you, that is the most terrifying line a viewer in 2018 could hear. That Five Nights at Freddy's is the scariest game of all time. I can't play it, makes me so scary. Ninja did what in Europe? Paris in shock after fire destroys Notre Dame. Oh boy, let's all start blaming another YouTuber for something he probably didn't do. Funniest possible response to this post. Probably.